Venture heads! I'm Chad, this is my show. I want the camera focused on me the entire time.
Chad, what about me and the guests?
You're the intern, you don't count, and I'm not having any of the guests steal my show. So what have you got for us?
I've actually come up with a new drug that changes how people make decisions.
Business
That's
decisions?
exactly right. So if you give this drug to your founders, you will have a competitive edge over all the other venture capitalists because your founders will be making better cognitive choices.
So you're basically saying if we drug up our founders, we're going to see bigger IPOs and more acquisitions than any of our competitors.
Yes.
Then we're on board. Every one of our founders will be on this drug as soon as it's available.
Sorry, but I have to ask, is this drug addictive?
If taken over an extended period of time, it can be addicting.
Perfect. We wouldn't want any of our founders defecting to other venture capitalists or dropping out of the program.
Chad, do we really want to be feeding our founders an addicting drug?
Of course we do. You heard the man. This drug is good for them. It makes them a better CEO.
But we're becoming essentially high-class drug pushers.
So is every doctor in the country. They're giving out drugs like sleeping pills that are addictive. But like this, they help people perform better in their lives.
Are there any side effects that may harm our founders?
It's a little early to tell all the side effects at this stage, but from our tests with lab rats, we noticed a shrinkage in the genital area and a lack of sex drive.
So they'll have a little smaller penises and vaginas and won't want to fool around? That's actually a good thing. It's a feature, not a side
Chad,
effect.
I'm not so sure about that. Tell us, what does this drug actually do to the
It
brain?
alters over 50 neuroactive peptides, including glutamate, so that individuals can see what reality is, not what they want it to be.
So you're saying this drug actually makes people more realistic thinkers?
That is the worst idea I have ever heard of for startup founders. We want our founders living in a fantasy. We want them to be as unrealistic as humanly possible.
I don't understand. Don't you want your founders to make rational choices based on facts and not how they feel?
We don't want our founders making realistic decisions. We want them making optimistic decisions. If founders knew what their chance of actually succeeding was, they wouldn't even bother to start.
I'll tell you what, we want a drug that not only makes founders more unrealistic, delusional, and prone to fantasies, as well as shrinking their genitals and curbing their sex drive, but also makes them more of workaholics, more messianic, obsessive-compulsive, egomaniacs, as well as sociopaths right up into the point where they IPO, and after they IPO, we'll put them into a rehab program. How does that sound?
Well, it isn't exactly what I'd look for in a founder.
That's why you're a scientist and we're venture
What
capitalists.
Chad is trying to say is that we understand the psychology of what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur.
Here's what I'd like to do. You take your drug as it is now, go market it up and down Sand Hill Road to all those bozo VCs.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we will secretly fund another version of the drug that does the opposite and feed it to our founders.
I guess so.
Fantastic. As soon as the new version is ready, let me know and our founders will become your guinea pigs. Albert, I started taking the latest version of that drug and I have never felt so good. I am outperforming myself everywhere but the bedroom. And my wife is ready to kill me.